Good evening, everybody. Hey, Miguelina.
Hi, Tracy.
We are back. This is, I think, session number 4. I believe
yes.
number 4. We've been introducing and talking to you all about our brand new AI-powered attorney interface that has been created by attorney Kurt Becker, and we'll explain a little more about all that towards the end. But we've been highlighting specific things that you, as a wholesaler or a real estate investor, even a cash buyer, really anyone writing contracts on a continuous basis with your business would be, this would be applicable to you. So we've done purchase and sale agreement. We've showcased state compliancy for all 50 states. The tool is capable of that. And we talked about a JV agreement. We created one of those. We did some negotiating in the interface yesterday.
Oh, yes, creating an offer.
Yep, creating an offer and leveraging our terms and conditions and taking a look at the incredible recommendations that the tool gives us. This tool, again, created by attorney Kurt Becker, was specifically created for real estate investors, real estate people. This isn't ChatGPT where you're just getting data that's available out there in general. This was tailored specifically and trained for the real estate space. So it's also got the ability to have state specific contracts, which I don't know about you, Miguelina. I don't actually know that I've seen that out there. So this is a real differentiator to the product, which I'm super excited about. My name is Tracy McCurney. Some of you know me, but for those scrolling by, maybe you don't. I'm the admin and founder of the Wholesaling Real Estate Group, former owner of a virtual wholesaling team that we used to do marketing in Florida, Alabama, Colorado, and then some other states. And that was through my LLC, the Property Boutique. And Miguelina, you were on that team and function in a variety of capacities. And we've shared a lot of that before. But for those of you that were just getting to know us, we just always like to do a little bit of an introduction before we dive right in. So tonight, we're showcasing the ability to create an addendum, really anything you want to do with contracts, offers, and negotiating. This tool is a great asset for your business. And Miguelina, you'll share a little bit more about your personal experience as it's been unfolding for you using the tool and what it feels like compared to the way you used to do things manually, which many people are still doing. And this is just a great advantage. And we'll share a little bit more about that towards the end. But let's jump right into it. Miguelina is going to show us the addendum for a wholesale contract. Last night we used this particular this particular deal that she's been working on to showcase the negotiation power in the interface. Now we're going to modify.
Yeah, so I did that. We came up with a letter, an offer letter. So I'm going to have it create a contract for the property at okay. So I'm going to have it create the contract for this property that we were working on yesterday.
And that's a Florida property, correct? For those
this is a Florida property.
Awesome.
And it has everything that we agreed to on the offer, including the seller financing option.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I want to make an addendum on this contract to change the offer price to so this comes up a lot if you have to renegotiate the contract with seller. And it's great that this is so easy to just a couple of keystrokes and it's done.
I love that.
So it's made on okay. So let me see. Purchase price, no other changes. All other conditions of the original remain rules in effect as expressly modified by this addendum. So I need the date. All right. Add today's date.
So the tool will guide you along, even if you really don't know the right questions to ask. The tool is designed by Kurt to be intuitive and to follow the proper flow or sequence of, whatever the outcome is you're trying to achieve. So it'll take you through that step by step.
So I changed the price and I added the date. So I want to ask it if I should add anything else. Will protect me as the buyer. So I wonder if there's anything else I need to add, because I'm not sure if that can come back. Okay.
So it's definitely important that the addendum to the contract does not conflict with the primary terms in the original contract. And the interface will know that, of course.
Okay, so let's see. It's suggesting I put a contingency clause here, expiration of offer. Acknowledgement, okay. All our terms remain unchanged. Okay, so I would add numbers 1, 3, and 5. Add suggestions 1, 3, 5 to addendum.
So sometimes,
so easy to just say add 1, 2, 3, and 4 to my contract or my addendum. Okay, change in price, contingency clause. Okay, wait, let me go back there. Contingency, expiration. Okay, I could do it. I can add an expiration date for the offer, existing terms, legal fees, effective date, and signatures. And there's my addendum.
That's awesome.
That's like, what did that take? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah, less than that, really. And if you're a wholesaler, this is a typical thing that comes up. You might need more time to find an end buyer. You can draft an addendum to extend that closing date by maybe an additional 30 days. Of course, you're negotiating that with all parties involved. And this particular document that you would work on in the interface, would include the original contract's reference number to the agreed upon changes, and signature lines for both the wholesaler and the property owner, and all that will be formatted when Migdalena sends that off. So that's done for you, which is pretty cool. So overall, the addendums provide that flexibility that you're going to need on an ongoing basis for any real estate transaction that's allowing for updates and adjustments while you're maintaining the validity of that original contract. So the interface is going to catch all that. It's going to know all that. It's going to make those recommendations for you. And you don't have to be starting off at pro level. You can be starting off here as a beginner and feel as though you're pretty confident. You're very confident moving forward.
So yeah, I'm looking back at the addendum. The only thing I would need to put in there is just names. And if I want, let me see, a date for when the offer would expire.
Love it.
And then I'm ready to send it for processing right here.
And we've been told by Kurt, I've been told by Kurt, that once you purchase the interface, you will have automatic access to state-specific contracts and those laws, the legal statutes involved. And then when you do click send offer processing, it will automatically format your contract in the state-specific format, which is huge.
Okay.
So So what do you think about that?
That was a record.
We're getting faster and faster. Actually,
Yeah, this is crazy.
we have to try and keep up with it.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, it really is. I love it. But you're building your business with this tool because now you have your go-to understanding of your terms. You did share yesterday that you feel like you're learning a lot after going along. Can you elaborate a little more on that?
Yeah, there's like in all these, like for example, the seller financing part. We asked it to give us terms for seller financing. I remember we used to talk about it before when we were doing everything manually, and I knew what it was, but I didn't know about the terms of it or anything like that. But now, as it's guiding, as the program is guiding me, I'm learning about what everything is.
Yeah, so
I can speak about it and sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Well, of course you know what you're talking about, but that took longer to make sure that you were within your parameters and guidelines, and that everything was legit and making sense, and the confidence moving forward with all of that. So that takes time, but with the tool, I think it's 10xing your ability to really move forward at a much more rapid pace. And it's really up to you how fast you are. Some people are going to want to crank out a lot of offers in volume, and this tool allows you to do that. You can see how quickly Miguelina was able to solve one contract issue in a matter of 5 minutes. But what would that have taken you before?
Oh, it would have been a back and forth talking about it and typing it up, sending it to someone to make sure that it's right. And it would have taken me half a day.
Yeah. And other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not
5 minutes versus half a day.
We're not all for getting rid of people. What we are for is being efficient, being consistent. And I know for a fact, at least for the people in our group, consistency is a challenge. Many people are doing this part-time. You have a full-time job, you're doing it part-time or as a side hustle. And we all know that consistency is, for any entrepreneur, but especially in real estate, is absolutely key to getting deals under contract. And of course, doing it fast and in volume, because you want to be a couple of steps ahead of your competitor. There's tons of people going after the exact same properties as you are. So it makes common sense to know that speed and efficiency is going to be absolute tool.
And sometimes getting the contract in the hands of the seller first make all the difference. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. And it's so professionally done. It's formatted and compliant to the state, which I think is huge, especially as many people are virtual wholesaling. You might live in Ohio and you might be wholesaling deals in Arizona, and you need to be able to maybe pivot to a different state, depending on what comes up. And so this affords you the ability to be way more flexible, give you a better advantage to be able to capture deals in other markets. And I think it just reduces a lot of headaches and mistakes and legal costly mistakes. Because at the end of the day, your LLC or your name's on the line. Bottom line, whether you're wholesaling and assigning or not, most people are not aware that your name is still responsible ultimately for the transaction. So to be able to expedite the process and move things along quicker, I think it reduces decision fatigue and it enables all parties involved to be able to move faster and get to the inspection and to the other things that are most important, which is closing the deal.
Yeah, so it's great, and I think that like just getting in it at first, it's a little bit slow while you're learning, but as you know more and you learn more from the system, you'll get really fast.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm guarantee you, if I said, Miguelina, create a purchase and sale agreement for the state of Florida, you would now automatically know, because you have some of the framework and the template built already, utilizing this tool. So what is the AI-powered attorney? Well, it's a contract writer. It's state-specific, which is huge. It's also a negotiator. If you get feedback from agents, from sellers, from your cash buyers, and you need to negotiate your terms and you need to work something out that's advantageous to everybody involved, this is going to help you leverage things that you never even dreamed of were available to you, which, Miguelina, you've been kind of finding out as you've been going along, like, oh, I didn't even know that was an option. And then, of course, it's an offer writer. So you're going to be able to craft those offer templates and fire those out to your agents, to your sellers, much quicker. And, you know, the combination of those three, I think, is the back end of the acquisition side. You know, we're getting leads, we're doing our comparative market analysis, and obviously the next step is doing all of this. So if this can shorten your time frame from acquiring the deals and running the numbers to getting it under contract, and even if you're working by yourself, which so many people are, I think personally, just from running a team myself and doing deals on my own, I think it's huge. Because it can be, how frustrating can it be, Miguelina, when you know, you have a lot of leads and you have to work through them and you're working full time, and you know, maybe you're consistent one day and maybe another day something comes up and you can't be. How do you see this tool really changing that for you?
Well, you don't have to sit and worry about, you know, at the end of the day in your W-2 job, sitting there and starting to create a contract from scratch manually. And think about, like, you're tired and you have to, it's hard when you're tired to think about all the things that can go in, that need to go into a contract to protect yourself and your company. And with this, you don't have to worry about that, because it guides you to do it, and you don't have to worry about, am I missing something, and, you know, take hours to do that in the day. So it's great for a business.
And it's a critical piece for a lot of you that struggle with finding. I just talked to someone just a couple of days ago, actually. He's runs a wholesaling team. He is a coach. He's legit doing things. And he had just interviewed a couple of people, went through the painstaking process of getting people on board, knowing his systems and processes. And the next day, the person didn't show up for dispo.
Oh my God.
And so my point being is that this tool can really enable you to still keep moving on and utilize it when you have the free time and the availability, which is really anytime around the clock. And because so many people in this industry, unfortunately, especially in the wholesaling space, as we all know, can tend to be a lot of times unreliable and a bit flaky, you know. A lot of people are working for just commission. So they may be ambitious one day and not show up the next. These tools are going to keep you consistent and keep you in business, in my opinion.
Yes. If you have any questions, just send it on to us.
Yeah. Send it out. Drop us a comment. Let us know that you watched this video. And our ongoing effort and collaboration for those of you who have been impacted by the flooding and the hurricane in Florida, on up the coast, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia. Our hearts and our prayers go out to you. My particular group is connected directly to a point person who is working on strategically organizing short-term rentals along the coast in unaffected areas for those that have to evacuate and find housing. There's still millions of people without power and tons of people without Wi-Fi service, in dangerous situations, without resources and food. And she's actually working hard also on supply lists. So if you have any interest in being a part of that, contributing, whether it be supplies, even if you don't live in that area, contributing one of your rentals, perhaps. There's ways to work with insurance companies on that you can get pre-approved and paid up front. So there's lots of opportunity for you if you have short-term rentals that might be vacant in those areas that can serve these people. So let me know if that's of interest to you. I will also drop a link for our AI-powered attorney where you can get more information on the tool itself and you can also purchase it if you want to. We do have payment plans. I tested it out. There's Afterpay, Klarna, all the options. For some people, depending on what you qualify for as little as like $33. You get immediate access even if you do the payment plans. And once you pay for the tool, it's yours to keep forever. And we will be updating things in the background, keeping it compliant on your behalf, as well as tech and customer support. So pretty soon we'll be in the funnel of a real estate investor influencer that does a lot of the acquisitions and provides skip tracing and all of those things. And we'll be partnering up as a strategic partner, solving a problem for his clients. He recognized the immediate value of this tool, solving a problem, because a lot of his clients say, hey, can you help me with contracts? Hey, can you help me with negotiations? Or can you help me with creating an offer for this? And he's like, no, I don't do that. I do the other side. But when he connected with me on this, and Kurt, he immediately saw the value. So I think that there's many other people that are interested in chatting more about this and learning more about it. So we're putting the word out there with practical things that you face every day and showing you how this works to free up your time and give your time back so you can go do the things that you love. So Miguelina, I think this is another wrap for today.
Yeah.
What do we have coming up? I believe tomorrow.
We have reviewing a contract and optimizing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
there
what
we
we
go.
have next.
All right. So we're just going to keep going and hear from you. So drop us some comments and we'll see you tomorrow night. Okay, Miguelina. Thanks so much.
All right, Tracy.
Have a
Bye.
great